Hey guys, racing is back. No, I don't mean virtual races. I mean in-person, accidentally run and bump into your neighbor kind of in-person racing. This is going to be awesome, and it's all happening in just a couple of months at Challenge Daytona. So today I'm going to talk about why I'm picking this race for a late 2020 event and what my training plan is going to look like going into it. Welcome back to Racing with Ray, or if you're new here, hit that subscribe button below so you can get some more videos on running, biking, and other fitness trends. You won't want to miss them. So what is Challenge Daytona? It is a triathlon event actually within Daytona Speedway. I mean literally inside of it. So the swim portion of the triathlon is in Lake Lloyd, which is a lake in the middle of the speedway. The bike portion of it is around the track, and the run portion is around the track as well. So basically you're in the speedway or just outside of it for the entire length of the race. Pretty cool, huh? So this great event is happening on the weekend of December 4 through 6. And throughout the weekend they have different types of events. So they have a middle distance triathlon and duathlon, a sprint distance triathlon and duathlon, as well as a 5 and a 10K run if you don't want to hop on a bike or hop in Lake Lloyd. So honestly, there's a lot of different options there. The one I'm opting for is the sprint triathlon. So that is a swim of 0.5 miles, a bike of 12.4 miles, and a run of 3.1 miles, or a 5K. This is honestly a pretty good distance for me right now because even though I do enjoy running a lot, I have been a little lax in my preparation on the bike and I barely swim at all. Honestly, the last time I was intensely into swimming was when I did a triathlon 2 years ago, and I've only been in the pool one time since then. So between now and December, I have a lot of catching up to do on the swim. I'll put a map of the swim and run course here and a map of the bike course here so that you can take a look. And let's dive into the swim a little bit more because this is a little bit unique, swimming in the middle of a speedway. So the format of the swim is a little bit different than I remember in the last triathlon that I participated in. They're going to have a rolling start where swimmers arrange themselves in corrals based on their approximate swim time. So the fastest swimmers will be in the 10-minute and under category, and the slower swimmers will be in the 26-minute and above category. I am guessing that I'll probably be in that last corral. No shame, I'll just be happy to be there. But the way they're going to do this is after you're in the corrals, they're going to have a rolling start. So athletes will enter the water 2 at a time. Now this is a little bit different from some other triathlons. I think the reason they're doing this is because of the current pandemic and they don't want a ton of people crowding together. A rolling start is the best way to help people not worry too much about their safety. And I'm excited because you tend to worry about people kicking you in the face as they're swimming along in front of you, or you worry about kicking someone else who's behind you, and it seems like that may be a little less likely, at least when you're first getting into the water. Now, Florida is a warm place with fairly warm water. However, in Lake Lloyd it tends to be between 68 and 72 degrees in December, and last year it was 68, the year before it was 64 degrees. So obviously this will probably be a wetsuit legal swim, and I don't currently have a wetsuit. So that is one thing that I'm going to have to look into buying or renting before this race. If you have any good ideas for me about where to buy or rent a great suit, let me know in the comments below. Honestly, I'm thinking about renting my first suit just to see how it works, and I'll know later if I want to buy that same one or try something else later on. I found a location near my house where I can rent one for between 45 and 60 bucks, and that seems like a pretty good rate as opposed to purchasing a low-end one for $250. I'm not sure if I'm ready for that investment right this moment with just 2 months notice. But again, let me know what you think below. The run and bike portions of this race will be very fast and flat. As I said, they'll be mainly within the speedway, with the bike portion also going a little bit around the speedway. I'm looking forward to this for sure. And if you're doing this race, you should too. It's a great place to try to set a PR for a sprint triathlon. What am I planning to do to train for this race? I have 2 months exactly. So my main focus will be learning how to swim again. I'm just kidding. I know how to physically swim, but my technique isn't the greatest and I don't swim long distances. So my main focus will be doing 2 swims per week and just getting comfortable in the water again so that I can get up to that half-mile distance on race day and just be totally comfortable. I definitely don't want to tire myself out too much on the swim and end up doing poorly than I otherwise would have on the bike and the run. This is something that happened in my first triathlon. The swim really tired me out because I was swimming in the ocean with tons of waves. And by the time I got to the run, I was just dead tired, even though the run should have been my best event. I'll get into that a little bit more in another video if you want to hear about my first triathlon experience. But getting back to the schedule at hand, I do have 2 swims here, as well as 3 bike rides and 3 runs. Now, a couple of those runs will be kind of short. At least one of them will be only 1 mile in length because I really want to work on my speed and running literally as fast as I can. And then another one will be an actual 5K race distance so I can improve my time in that respect. I also want to make sure that I'm getting at least 1, if not 2, brick runs in the week, focusing mainly on the bike portion, but then adding a little bit of running at the end so that I can get used to having wobbly legs after I get off of the bike. All in all, the next few weeks are mainly about improving speed on the bike and on the run while improving technique on the swim. I have a lot to work on, but fortunately it's just a sprint distance. It shouldn't take too long to complete the race, and so I do think it's doable. The main reason I'm doing this is just to jump back in. I really do enjoy the concept of triathlons, but because it's been a couple years since I've done one, I realized that I really just need to put one on the schedule and just get it done. And after that, I'll probably be inspired to take on longer and longer distances. Here's to challenging ourselves in 2020 and making the most of the fact that even though the pandemic came, it did not ruin our lives and it did not ruin racing. At least not forever. Honestly, I still have a couple virtual races coming up in the fall, but I'm looking forward to doing an in-person race at Challenge Daytona and actually pushing myself in a live event. I hope you'll consider coming too if you're into that kind of thing and you live nearby. Why not? Should be an easy enough event, right? And you have 2 months to prepare. So I'm excited now. I hope you are too. Challenge Daytona will be an in-person race December 6th. Hope you can be there, or if not, at least check out my race footage after that time. I'll be sure to have some great takeaways from my training experience as well as the race day experience, and we can all learn together. So be sure to hit that subscribe button below so you can see that race day footage when it comes out, and also hit that like button below and comment if you are interested in doing a race like this in person once again. So excited. Bye guys.